The Rig Veda, which is the earliest written document of human spirituality, is basically a fire technology. Fire defines human life. Because human beings are warm-blooded animals, we will die without fire. But that is to understand fire in a very, very limited way. The neurons fire and then you get intelligence, that's also fire, that's electricity. So there is a gross fire with which we have barbecues and cooking and so forth. And then we have neuronal firing just mentioned. But there is also fire in the planets, and it's another fire, electricity, light and heat. So light and heat also could be understood in a very, very profound, subtle and metaphysical ways, and that is contained in this technology of Homa or fire ritual. I prefer to call the fire ritual, I just started doing it, calling it as a fire lab. It's a laboratory. A fire ritual or Homa is a laboratory. What do you do in the laboratory? That you want to contact fire, the fire god, to come and bless you with health and wealth and ever so many other things that you require for human life. In the Rig Veda, the yogis contacted the fire god through fire ritual by giving food offerings to the various gods. And fire is a messenger who takes all these offerings to various gods. What's the benefit? Once the gods are fed, then they come and give you whatever you want. Agnim mile purohitam yajnasya devam ridvijam hotaram ratnadhatamam. This is how the Rig Veda starts. Hotaram ratnadhatamam. He brings you wealth. He brings you gold. Later on in the Rig Veda itself, where do you get money from? Agninat raim asnavat. Agninat raim asnavat. Posham yeva dividive yashasham viravattamam. It is through Agni that you get gold. Gold is the real money, not dollar or pound or rupees. And how does Agni, the god, creates gold? He converts mud or carbon atoms into gold atoms by intense heat. This is science. And who knows the technology? The technology is known to Agni, the god of fire. He can convert carbon atoms into gold, changing the atomic numbers. So this is technology. What happens to the person, the priest, as soon as he begins to chant the hymns, invoking gods and goddesses, what happens to the priest's brain? And also what happens to the brain of the listeners? So we can contrast. You can see how the brain waves change. So what is happening here is that you are elevated through visible changes in the brain that puts you in a frame of intelligence that enables you to act better and then create more things and be productive. So, Homa is not just a religious activity that the Hindus are involved in, but it is a technology, it is a fire technology, that's why I call it fire lab, wherein you can go and work with different forms of energy. You can do fire rituals for different gods and goddesses, for the planets, and whose help you need to, say, fix your life if you want to do remove obstacles which everyone needs to work on. We do a fire ritual or fire lab for Ganesha because he is the one who is going to come and activate your one economo neuron in the anterior cingulate. He is also the one who is associated with the thalamus, and then he will activate the thalamus. So our fire lab is going to be a lab where both the priests and the clients who sponsor the ritual will both be benefited. And you find this also, this knowledge, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, for instance, talks about the purpose of a Homa. When Arjuna asks Krishna, how can I make money very quickly? He says, yes, you can do a fire lab, a Homa. Then you will be able to access these divine beings, and these divine beings will come and then bless you with money. This is in the Bhagavad Gita, which is in line with the Rig Veda. It is in the Karma Yoga, chapter 3 of the Bhagavad Gita.